So my first area was Central Falls, Rhode Island, and I love that place so much. It's like, it kind of feels like home, you know, and I think that's how a lot of people feel about their first areas. And just the people there, it's a pretty low income area, and there's a lot of people struggling there, and it made the missionary work so rich because people really opened up to me, and it was really humbling because I was like, I'm a young adult, I just met you, and you're confiding in me all of these things about your life and the past trauma you've had and your crises of faith. And it was just such a humbling experience to think, like, of myself, I am nothing, but for some reason, you know, and it's the Spirit, it's God, people, when they see missionaries, they often can recognize that we are ambassadors of Jesus Christ, and they talk to you in that way. And it's something that you need to get used to because it's a little alarming. And, you know, often I found that my job as a missionary, especially as a sister missionary, was just to mourn with those that mourned, because there were so many people who had such hard lives in my mission. And it didn't mean that they were like mean or rude then. Like, it just meant that they really needed someone to talk about their past with and to encourage them that the atonement of Jesus Christ could heal anything. And I have so many memories of talking with people and hearing their experiences and just loving them and being their friend. And I think that's one of the hugest parts of missionary work. It's not always just the doctrine that you're teaching, but it's the way that you treat people. Another example from Central Falls, there was a girl, I had been there, I was like still pretty near the beginning of my mission. This young, really, really pretty girl showed up to church, and my bishop was like, you have to talk to her, like figure out who she is. She had come with a less active family, so turns out that this girl had grown up in Rhode Island, and then she had grown up in Puerto Rico, and then she wanted to go to school in Rhode Island where her mom lived. And so her mom was like, please come, you can stay with me. And so she moved to Rhode Island, not really knowing anything about the place, and she meant to go to school there, but it didn't work out. So now there's this girl who's stuck in Rhode Island, and before she moved even, she wasn't a member of the church, but she had told her mom, if I move there, I need to have a church to go to. And the mom said, like, the mom really wanted her to come. So she said, no problem. I have a church. We can go to that one. And so she started coming back to church because her daughter wanted to have a Christian church to go to. And so the elders started teaching this girl, and, you know, she was really strong in her own faith. She was Seventh-day Adventist, and she had really, just strong opinions. And so she had really, really great discussions with them where she would ask them the hard questions. And eventually it didn't take her very long. She was baptized, which I remember she was baptized, and she's just like the cutest girl. And like, she was 18, I think, at the time, and just super talkative. And so she came up out of the water, and she looked at the audience, and she was like, thank you all for coming. It was like a beauty show or something. It was just so cute, and she was so happy. And then I got to, after she was baptized, she could come out with me and my companion on, just like, she would come with us to teach people a lot because she wasn't in school and she didn't have a job. And so she was like our third companion. We would just call her up and be like, hey, can we pick you up? And we'd just go. And she was our member present for all these lessons. And I'm so, so proud of her because after a year of being baptized, she went and received her endowment, and she's on a mission now. And I just know that the Lord is putting people into our paths. Like, he brought this friend of mine to Rhode Island, and she was able to join the church there, and she's doing so much good right now, and she's such an example to me. And so I just think, like, the best part of missionary work is really just becoming friends with all of the people there, and it's kind of breaking down any barrier. Like, there's always going to be, like, I'm a missionary, so I'm going to share scripture with you now, but this idea that, like, at the end of the day, these are my friends. These are my very, very good friends, and I just want them to be so happy. And when I think about the people in Central Falls especially, I just have so much love for them.